Marketing continues to evolve with the rise of more and more digital technologies, but companies are taking more of a personalized approach through personalized content creation from influencers and ambassadors, the rise of strategic growth of communities, or as always, social media and now AI as well. So I wanted in this video to share some of the lessons that I've learned about marketing for and in communities over the last years, especially in the Web3 space and using social media as a whole. Hi, my name's Samuel, the founder of Speak Straight, where we develop communities, build ambassador programs, and run overall communications for Web3 startups all over the world. I'm going to keep this video a little bit shorter, as last time we went on for about half an hour, so I'm going to try and shorten this one down. But as always, let's just get straight into it. So the number one thing that I've learned with communities, which might sound really obvious, but believe it or not, a lot of people don't know, is that you have to just actually show up and be active in your communities. Making a community and just promoting it and not actually doing anything with it is not going to encourage people to join that community. And once people are in the community, they're not going to stick around if you're not posting in it. Creating a community on any social media, Telegram, Discord, a group chat on WhatsApp, anything, it's like having another social media platform, because you have to create content for it. You have to engage with people there. You have to talk to them. It's really, really important. Just letting them talk to each other isn't enough. Secondly, when you're actually talking to the people within your community, you really have to care and you have to understand what and who they are. Empathy, I feel like, is a huge part of business. You have to be able to empathize with your customers to understand their wants and needs. And it's the exact same with your community. Your community are a driving force, a lifeblood of your online business. These people are going to either be your ride or dies, but also your biggest critics. They'll call you out on your bullshit, but they'll stay loyal. The thing is, people like to be heard and they like to feel like what they say matters. And that's important in a community. You have to make sure that you're engaging, like I said before, and that you're actually understanding what it is that these people do and care about. People love talking about themselves in person and online, and I don't think that's going to go away. When you can develop a really loyal community whose target focus is your brand or is whatever you're building or have built this community around, then it slightly shifts, but it doesn't go away completely. One of the major things that I've found through community management and marketing and social media is that people want to talk about themselves. People want to be heard. People want to share things about their lives, and they want to feel like that's important because it's important to them, and it is important at the end of the day. So because people like talking about what they do, be interested in it. If someone's just gone out for a walk and they saw something cool, ask for a picture. Be like, oh, that's cool. Whereabouts did you go? How does it work? When did you get the time? How did you find the time? You know, ask those open-ended questions to get a strong response. And then this creates the engagement in your community that you want to see, that everyone wants to see in their communities. When you're talking to all of these people about all their different aspects of their lives and making it relevant to what your community is about, it's important to have a structure or a framework in place to ensure that things don't go too far off topic. From what I've learned, people don't like having really super strict rules, but they do like having a structure. They do like having boundaries that, you know, it's not going to stray out of. And look, I'm not talking about things like racism, sexism, and all of that just hate spread, because that's got no place in the world, right? Without getting too political, it really doesn't. But we're talking about if you have a group chat about shoes, high heel shoes for an NFT art project, the last thing you're going to want is guys sending topless pics talking about the gym, right? It's got to be relevant to what you're doing. So just bear that in mind when you're monitoring and moderating these chats. Just remind people what the focus is about and then try and divert the conversation away to something more relevant. Asking niche questions is something that I've found works really well. And if you can't think of anything, just use an AI, right? It works super well, especially if you're new to an industry, right? And you're still trying to learn. This stuff works. To sum that bit up, don't try and obsessively control the community, but also don't let that community control you, right? You have to give it direction and structure. You are the captain of this ship. And finally for this video, because I don't have loads of time and I wanted to make a quicker one today, is your community is your key, right? This is your insight into your market, into people that care about your project. These people are going to be your doorway, your eyes and ears into different areas, where places you could move to. They could give you content ideas. They could give you a really clear recommendation as to what definitely should happen, but maybe you're so focused on some other things that you really just can't see that right now. It's a really important part of having a business and understanding the people that are interested in what you're doing. Especially when you start getting into like creating specific groups, which happens, I think, when you grow the community more and more, when those early entry people are in your community and they want to be treated a little bit differently, they want to get some earlier information. When you start to make the split between those two communities and more, then you'll really start to see a much greater insight into what a community can be and what it can achieve. So yeah, like I said, a much shorter video today. I really appreciate everyone sticking around and watching. We're going to be dropping the videos down to once every 2 weeks now, just because there's so much going on with the website coming out soon, and we're speaking to potential partners and bringing on board some APIs for the platform as well. So thank you again, everyone. And don't forget, speak straight.